Hi, lovely yogis. Love from India. I'm very happy to be here, and I'm very happy to be at your service in these times of change and in this world transformation that we're going through. Oh my God, it's so powerful. It's everything we have been asking for. Are we the spiritual practitioners? This is it. This is it. And these are times of crisis and opportunities, and mostly times to dive deep into our practice and be at home and be by yourselves, maybe be on your own. And what a precious opportunity. No fear, just like the blessing and the gratitude for everything that is happening, even though we never anticipated it. And that capacity to be comfortable with whatever is happening is the mark of yoga. Is the equanimity in times of crisis. So I have been lucky enough to be living in this emptiness or fullness. I don't know how to call it right now, but since I left my country in November 2018, I left Costa Rica because of a very, very intense custody case. And I left so devastated and so sad and so depressed, and I was 4 months in total depression, and I wouldn't even eat or sleep or anything. I thought my life had ended without my beloved children, and it's been through my guru and my yoga practice that I've been able to be born again. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like this mystery that in the deepest of despair, in the darkness of hours, we are being reborn. And also we are being reborn with all of our friends and even with those who are dying now, and those who are in the hospitals, and those who are struggling as doctors and nurses. We are all being reborn again, and the earth is breathing again, and as she breathes again, we breathe again as well. It's so beautiful. And in our asana practice, in that space of and little like haven or oasis that we cultivate every day, we can find so much. So today I'm going to speak a little bit about the elements of asana and how the three of them are intimately connected. So our asana practice can go deeper and deeper as the years go by. And this is the practice of longevity. And as yogis, this is the time to understand what has been happening in our practices for the past years. Our minds are calm, or our minds are like anxious. Our bodies are, keeping up, or our bodies resisting the changes. It's a great time for questions, and the elements of asana will help you dive deeper into the questions and get answers and more questions, and understand that everything that's happening is perfect, even if we may not understand it with our minds, but it's perfect in the sense that it's an opportunity to evolve. Everything that comes to us is an opportunity to evolve. So what are the elements of asana? The elements of asana, according to the method that I practice and teach, are three. They are breath, Drishti, and Bandha. And today I want to speak a little bit about Drishti. And I know breath is very important, but we'll figure that out tomorrow. What is Drishti? Drishti it's so beautiful because I can only describe it as that we don't have when we go into our first Mysore room. I remember the first time I went into the Mysore room in Mysore, and I was so surprised, to be in that. It was a very strange place. It's like people were just like, doing very strange things with their bodies, and there was this silence, and Patavi Joyce was there, and Charat and Saraswati, and I had no idea what was happening there, and I was just like looking everywhere, and I was completely distracted. I didn't even know my first series I was improvising and like doing variations. It was just like really fun. And now that I look back, that's what I was lacking in my life. Actually, I was lacking Drishti. I was like living my life from the opinions of others, living my life from the expectations of my society. I was living my life from this space of like stress, I was stressed and shut down and angry and sad and so lonely. And through the years, I've learned to like, through my asana and my teacher and his example, I've learned to just like put my attention in things that matter. In those days, I was very scattered and I was all over the place. And that's the gift of our practice. Our practice eventually with years, of cultivating your daily sadhana is going to bring you that discernment. That's the word. Vivek, discernment. Where to put your attention and where not to put your attention anymore. Sometimes we think we can save people, and sometimes some of us have a genuine, desire to help others, and I don't know, maybe it's a karma, but we help a lot of people and people don't really like care or whatever. But discernment about where to place our energies is a very important thing for any human being. If we are running after something that is not really important for us, we're going to lose our Shakti, we're going to lose our energy. And placing our energy in our practice, in our spiritual practice, I think is the best investment we can do. It's like now in these times of crisis, it's like having money in the bank. And otherwise you're running on reds, you're running on your credit card, and you don't know how you're going to pay it. And in these times of crisis, especially on this pandemic of the physical crisis, our immune systems are strong, yes. Our minds are focused. Our breathing is deep. And those are pretty good assets, I think. So that's why we are the helpers right now. That's why we need to say we're here. We're here for you, and I'm here for you. I'm telling you, I'm here for you wherever you are. Even though I'm in India, but wherever you are in the world, and you need to speak to me or write me, I will be happy to connect. Drishti is the capacity to place our attention in what really matters in life, and not only in our mats, but also only in our lifestyle. Because I'm speaking for myself, I used to live a very fast life, and it was very comfortable materially, but it was lacking depth. And as a lawyer, I had a lot of information in my mind, and I had all these degrees and everything, but they were not really making me happy. They were actually weighing on me. And I was also holding responsibilities for other people that were not mine. But I had this intention to help. And after I left my country 15 months ago, I realized that I was holding all of that because of fear, because of the fear of not being loved. And I think that's a very big one for all of us. How have we been compromising our lives to take care of people that don't really care about us? They're just using us. And that's their own karma, but it's our own karma to place our drishti somewhere else and grow from the experience and not be bitter about it, because ultimately, whatever we give, we put it in the well, like my husband says. You put it in the well, whatever you've done for other people. And they are putting whatever they're putting in their well, so we don't really need to worry. But it's our responsibility to take care of our energies and set boundaries and set limits and say, no, this is enough. Or say, yes, I'm here for you. And I'm here for many of you. I'm really happy to say that. And wherever you are, the teachings of yoga are for everyone. It doesn't matter if you don't have a practice yet. If you're watching this video, you're already placing your drishti in the practice. There's a reason we are here together. And you can start just by breathing, simply like placing your attention in your breath. And deepening your breath and deepening the amazing and beautiful gift of free breathing. I was reading, about the coronavirus. What happens in the coronavirus is eventually the person drowns because the lungs get full of water. My God, that must be a pretty intense death. But even if we are meant to go through that, we can keep our drishti and our mind calm. And that's a choice we have. It's not something that anyone can do for us. Whatever is coming to us is because some way or another we have chosen that. And the law of karma is so wise. Whatever we give, we receive back. So if you have been putting out fear and maybe distraction, or you have been putting out greed, or you have been putting out hate, that will come back to us. But if you have been putting out kindness and awareness and consciousness and enthusiasm and friendliness, these are the times all of that will come back to you. In times of crisis, we realize who are our friends. In times of crisis, we realize who we really love. And many of us, we have our drishti in our families, in our parents and children and everything. And some of us are away from our families right now. Some of you are stranded in an unknown country. I know that. And that's very heavy. And still we can keep our drishti in our loved ones. And as we transition through this crisis, everything will start rearranging itself. And when we come out of the crisis, we also need to reassess. Maybe some people are not really necessary in our lives. Maybe a job is not what we want anymore. Maybe we have rearranged our business model for our teaching. Maybe that relationship was really hurting you. Maybe you need to change your diet, or I don't know. It's times of deep reflection. And we have the gift of being home and just going deeper in the focus of our own humanity. This is times to pause and to reassess and to reflect. It's not the time to plan for anything because we don't really know what is going to happen. I was planning to be in Europe for 2 months. The plan completely crashed because Europe closed the borders. So, even though I would have gone, to see my friends and everything, it's not a choice for me anymore. So plans are changing, but we keep our drishti and our loved ones. Things are moving, things are rearranging themselves. They are huge energies right now, transforming the earth for the best. And maybe some of us will have to leave these bodies, yes. Are you ready for that? Are you ready to just release these physical bodies? With yoga, I assure you, you will be. And also in deep gratitude. So the drishti right now is within. Go within, stay in your yoga postures, breathe, go deeper. Don't fall prey to all this bombarding of asana online. It's really, I would call it pathetic. It's not the time to broadcast yourself. It's the time to go deep into your practice and give a hand to someone, maybe in your own family, maybe sending prayers to the doctors and nurses that are our heroes right now. It's the time to be deeply, deeply serious about what this life is about. It's not the time to take asana as a playground. I'm sorry, but it's not the time to gather clients online either. It's the time to support each other wherever we are. I am finding here with my husband ways to connect with you so we can be together in circles. It's the time to go in circles and join our energies and support each other. It's the time to be deadly serious about what is happening in the planet and to each one of us. Thank you so much for your beautiful presence. Namaste.